What's up guys, Mr. Dan here. Welcome back to the channel and Martial Arts Monday. Typically these videos debut at midnight on Monday. I ran a little behind this week. I do have several other videos recorded as I have some things coming up on my schedule that will prevent me from recording many reviews. But I didn't squeak this one in. I was originally going to do Fist of Legend. We're going to get to that one. My son is going to join me for that one. He did get to watch it, but he's got some things going on today. So it is Monday after all, so I decided to substitute in one of my favorite films. This was one of my top 15 martial arts films that I did on the Mad Bloods channel when they asked me to review the top 15 martial arts films in my physical media collection. And it's the Chinatown Kid from 1977, directed by the legendary Chang Che and starring Alexander Fushang. Lo Meng is also in this. He's coming up on the channel in another review very soon. The Toad, of course, from Five Venoms. But yeah, this is a really fun one. Now, in the booklet, apparently Chang Che was not thrilled with the film per se, but he thought this was the height of Alexander Fushang's stardom in terms of his starring vehicle. Alexander Fushang was an up-and-coming martial artist who passed away far too young. I don't want to make this channel all about... I've been talking about a lot of people who've passed away on this channel recently, so I don't want to make it all depressing, but yeah, watching this film, this was a great star vehicle. Now, there's a kind of an archetypical character in Chinese cinema known as like the kid or the brat. I won't try to pronounce the actual pronunciation of it, but Alexander Fushang's character kind of encapsulates that in this film. There's a host of familiar faces in this, and a lot of times what I like to do is take a moment or two, a minute, to highlight the careers of some of these supporting players. But just for the sake of time this week, I'm not really going to do that, so we'll get into more Alexander Fushang videos in upcoming weeks. And actually and this is from the Shaw Brothers Volume 1 rather, collection. Apparently they say that, hey, this isn't the best Fushang Chang Che collaboration, and they mentioned a film called The Delinquent, so I definitely got to see that now. But this is a film, if you're not a huge fan of martial arts films, but you don't mind them, and if you like more modern settings, granted this film came out in '77, this could be your film for you. It's a very familiar story, a fish out of water kind of a story, a kid on the streets trying to make good who's lured by temptation, and essentially Fushang's character, he's already an immigrant in Hong Kong from mainland China, so he's trying to help out, I think it's his uncle, eke out a living selling, orange juice, like Orange Julius's, remember those? Something like that. I actually had one of those in Canada a while back. They still have Orange Julius's in Canada. $10 for an orange juice is what it amounted to, but anyway, something like that, fresh squeezed orange juice. He gets into a fight with some triad goons, and then he heads to San Francisco, where he begins working in a restaurant, and he befriends another refugee, this guy from Taiwan. So it's interesting, they have some sort of different philosophies and different styles, and they can communicate with each other, but it's not always perfect. And there's actually one pretty funny scene. I was glad I was watching this one with my wife, because one of the characters says something like, "I'll see you later," but apparently there's a double meaning to this particular expression. I don't know if it was Mandarin or Cantonese or what, but the double meaning, it can also mean like, "I'll see you at your funeral" or something. So then the one character says something like, "Why does he want to see me when I'm dead?" And my wife laughed out loud. The subtitles only do the exact literal translation, so that was, we would completely miss that joke. So I thought that was kind of funny. And essentially, look, there's some rival gangs in San Francisco. Which, by the way, it's great to see San Francisco of the 70s. A nice snapshot of the city in this film. The White Tigers and the Green Tigers, or Green Dragons, I forget which, who are battling each other. And one of the triad guys comes from Hong Kong and recognizes the Alexander Fushang character. And so there's some battles. He eventually sort of is tempted by a woman and, one of the gangs to sort of do their dirty work for them. Meanwhile, a rift opens up between him and his friend from Taiwan, and it kind of has a semi-tragic conclusion. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not going to say a whole lot more. You definitely got to watch this. It's really good. Lots of good fight scenes, and if you're curious about Alexander Fushang, this is a good one. He was in a lot of films prior to this, but he's front and center in this, despite the fact that there's a really good ensemble cast. Really good example of what he was capable of, and even what he could have been if his life wasn't cut short. Because there's a little comedy in here, some pathos, some excellent martial arts skills. He was really the total package. More in the direction of Jackie Chan than like a Bruce Lee or a Lo Lei, because of his face and the way he incorporated some comedy elements, but just solid all around. Solid film. Go ahead and check it out. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen this and what your thoughts are. And I'll check you back next week for Fist of Legend with my son Harrison, and then we'll have probably have another. We'll probably be back at college by the time the second review with Harrison will debut on the channel. But we'll be back for a couple more reviews. Come back again for another Martial Arts Monday. And thanks a lot. Later.